Good afternoon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. You know what time it is. What time is it? Bible time. All right, we stop right here. Genesis chapter 16. Abram's wife Sarai had not borne any children for him, but she owned an Egyptian slave named Hagar. Sarai said to Abram, "Since the Lord has prevented me from bearing children, go to my slave. Perhaps through her I can build a family." And Abram agreed to what Sarai said. Now that's weird because the Lord literally came down and said, "Count the stars if you can. That's how many your offspring would be." I feel like the Lord is like, do y'all believe me or not? I feel like super shiny. I put on like the smallest amount of makeup possible. This is like business beat. Genesis chapter 16, verse 3. So Abram's wife Sarai took Hagar, her Egyptian slave, and gave her to her husband Abram as a wife for him. This happened after Abram had lived in the land of Canaan for 10 years. God. It's like women had no rights, no choice. You're my slave, sleep with my husband, and then give me your children because I'm going to take them for mine. So gross. He slept with Hagar and she became pregnant. When she saw that she was pregnant, her mistress became contemptible to her. Then Sarai said to Abram, "You are responsible for my suffering." Girl, you the one said do this. I put my slave in your arms, and when she saw that she was pregnant, I became contemptible to her. May the Lord judge between me and you. That's so crazy. If I was Abram, I would have been like, can you go up to verse 2? Can you go to that? Since the Lord has prevented me from bearing children, go to my slave. Honey, you said that. It's in quotations. Sorry. Genesis chapter 16, verse 6. Abram replied to Sarai, "Here, your slave is in your hands. Do whatever you want with her." Then Sarai mistreated her so much that she ran away from her. The angel of the Lord found her by a spring in the wilderness, the spring on the way to Shur. He said, "Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going?" She replied, "I'm running away from my mistress, Sarai." The angel of the Lord said to her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her authority." The angel of the Lord said to her, "I will greatly multiply your offspring, and they will be too many to count." The angel of the Lord said to her, "You have memory full again." I guess these videos are long. I need to go through and delete some other stuff, but let's get through it. Okay. Genesis chapter 16, verse 11. The angel of the Lord said to her, "You have conceived and will have a son. You will name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard your cry of affliction. This man will be like a wild donkey. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand will be against him. He will settle near all of his relatives." So she named the Lord who spoke to her, "You are El Roi," for she said, "In this place have I actually seen the one who sees me." That is why the well is called Bir Lahai Roi. It is between Kadesh and Bered. So Hagar gave birth to Abram's son, and Abram named his son, whom Hagar bore, Ishmael. Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bore Ishmael to him. Genesis chapter 17. When Abram was 99, so 13 years later, the Lord appeared to him saying, "I am God Almighty. Live in my presence and be blameless. I will set up my covenant between me and you, and I will multiply you greatly." Then Abram fell face down, and God spoke with him. "As for me, here is my covenant with you. You will become the father of many nations. Your name will no longer be Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I will make you the father of many nations. I will make you extremely fruitful and will make nations and kings come from you. I will confirm my covenant that is between me and you and your future offspring throughout their generations." It's like a cult, like slavery. "It is a permanent covenant to be your God and the God of your offspring after you. And to you and your future offspring, I will give the land where you are residing, all the land of Canaan, the cursed land, as a permanent possession, and I will be their God. God said, I guess the people were cursed, but the people lived in Canaan, so it doesn't make the land cursed too. God also said to Abraham, as for you, you and your offspring after you throughout their generations are to keep my covenant. This is my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you, which you are to keep. Every one of your males must be circumcised. You must circumcise the flesh of your foreskin to serve as a sign of the covenant between me and you. Never understood that either. If you made me perfectly, if you made men perfectly, if you made women perfectly, why did they have to cut themselves? Throughout your generations, every male among you is to be circumcised at 8 days old. Every male born in your household or purchased from any foreigner and not your offspring. And also that God was okay with slavery. I'm telling you, I struggle with this. I struggle with the Bible. It's like, he's okay with slavery. He's okay cutting male boy babies, their penises. In exchange for great wealth and success. I'm going to keep reading. Genesis chapter 17, verse 9. God also said to Abraham, as for you, you and your offspring after you throughout their generations are to keep my covenant. This is my covenant between me and you and your offspring after you, which you are to keep. Every one of your males must be circumcised. You must circumcise the flesh of your foreskin to serve as a sign of the covenant between me and you. Throughout your generations, every male among you is to be circumcised at 8 days old. Every male born in your household or purchased from any foreigner and not your offspring. Whether born in your household or purchased, he must be circumcised. My covenant will be marked in your flesh as a permanent covenant. If any male is not circumcised in the flesh of his foreskin, that man will be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant. God said to Abraham, as for your wife Sarai, do not call her Sarai, for Sarah will be her name. And I will bless her indeed. I will give you a son by her. I will bless her, and she will produce nations. Kings of people will come from her. Abraham fell face down. Then he laughed and said to himself, can a child be born to a 100-year-old man? Can Sarah, a 90-year-old woman, give birth? So I guess this was after he struck everybody's ages down to 120. So Abraham said to God, if only Ishmael were acceptable to you. But God said, no, your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will name him Isaac. I will confirm my covenant with him as a permanent covenant for his future offspring. As for Ishmael, I have heard you. I will certainly bless him. I will make him fruitful and will multiply him greatly. He will father 12 tribal leaders, and I will make him into a great nation. That's the first 12. When there are 12 disciples, 12 months of the year. But I will confirm my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to you at this time next year. When he finished talking with him, God withdrew from Abraham. So Abraham took his son Ishmael and those born in his household or purchased, every male among the members of Abraham's household, and he circumcised the flesh of their foreskin on that very day, just as God had said of him. Abraham was 99 years old when the flesh of his foreskin was circumcised, and his son Ishmael was 13 years old when the flesh of his foreskin was circumcised. On that same day, Abraham and his son Ishmael were circumcised, and all the men of his household, whether born in his household or purchased from a foreigner, were circumcised with him. I don't understand why they do the double talk too. Like a couple of times they said the same thing twice, just in like a little bit different way. And then other things they don't explain at all. So some things we get double confirmation. Other things, like when it went on to the war, I was like, are we not going to talk about this part at all? No. I'm going to conclude there today with our reading. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And if you have any advice for the struggling I'm doing with some of these things, especially the circumcision, I'm like, so